All right, team, welcome to the Next Fitness Thing and welcome to today's special event. Today we have a fundraiser and I'm really, really grateful to see you all in here. Today's fundraiser is for relief for the recent LA fires. So thank you all so much for showing up here, whether you're here live or if you're here on the replay. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. It looks like live right now in class, we have Daniela, we have trainer Mary Beth, Lisa T, Edie, we have Sharon Byrne, Carol, Tiffany, we have trainer Kathy in the house. All right, RD Sharon B is here. Awesome. Alyssa and Christine. Our tech wizard CTO Kevin is here. Wonderful. Thanks for being here, Kevin. And Marissa's here and Lisa B. Y'all, thank you for showing up. This is a cause that for me, I'm just so glad that we're all here showing up for. This is something that has affected me personally, at least a little bit. And it just feels really good to be able to do something to be able to support. Now, you've probably been watching the news. You've probably seen that there are these devastating fires that have showed up in Los Angeles, and that it's at a time of year when wildfires are not even expected. And they're huge, thousands and thousands and thousands of homes being lost. So today we have this fundraiser, and it is for an organization called Direct Relief. You can see the URL. If you'd like to donate to the fundraiser, then it is right here above me, nextfitnessthing.com/LA Fire Relief. We're doing this through GoFundMe. The money goes directly to them. We never touch it. And we do have a goal of $500 that we're raising through this event. So if you can, please do donate and do what you can. All right, this is meant to be a walk. So it's 25 minutes, it's a walk. So please go ahead, start walking. And I would love to see where you're walking. Please feel free, if you're here live in the chat, drop your location, drop a photo of where you are and what you're up to right now. All right. So we are also live streaming this on YouTube right now. So if you're joining us on YouTube, thank you for showing up right now on YouTube. And just thank you for being part of this and for checking us out as well. All right, so in the chat so far, trainer Mary Beth says, thanks so much for being here. Carol says hi, Daniela says hi. Edie says that you're coming in from vacay to support. Oh my gosh, thank you, Edie, for showing up on vacation. Trainer Kathy says good morning, and you're walking inside and the sun's still on the other side of the mountain. I hear you. It's 21 degrees where you are. Wow. All right. It's a different Kevin. All right, well, that's cool. Kevin, welcome. We're glad that you're here. Thank you for being here. Nice. Okay, so I just have to say a little bit about how this fire is affecting me. And my mom is also here. Hi, Mom. If you have anything to share about how this is affecting you or any loved ones in your life, or also just what it means to you to be supporting these fire victims right now, then I really encourage you to put that in the chat as well. Please do. When I saw that this fire had lit, I knew that there were high winds at that time. And, you think, oh, high winds. Okay, well, surf's up, I guess, right? I'm in California right now. And then when I heard that there was a fire, it was all of a sudden just thinking, oh, my parents live in LA County, and they have medical situations, and everybody is, it's a challenging situation for them to be able to get into the car. Both my parents and my brother get in the car and go. And it sounds like easy. Oh yeah, everybody get in the car and go. But that, if you are maybe not able-bodied, that is not as easy as it might sound. So it immediately made me go, oh, and really just start tracking the fire and looking and everything. And luckily they didn't actually have to evacuate, but I have many, many friends that have had to not only evacuate, and some have even lost their homes. And there's thousands and thousands of people who have lost their homes through these fires. And not only their homes, their schools, their community centers, I mean, their entire town. So, wow. And I mean, I'm really curious for you. Like, can you even picture it? It's like, I can picture that if my house burned down, that I would then have to choose, okay, am I going to rebuild it? And okay, am I going to move somewhere else? But this is the whole town. Wow. Just wow. Sharon Burns says, I know some who've lost everything. Sharon B says at least one coworker lost her home in Altadena. I mean, just wow. I'm super grateful. I'm super grateful that my family is okay. And I'm super grateful that my friends were all able to get out. I know one friend she's a harpist by trade, and that is her love, her harp. You know, she plays the harp, and she got out safely, but she could not bring her harp. And so she has been outside of her house, has not been able to go home to see if her home is there, but she cares more about her harp than her house. And so she's really just praying that she goes home to find her harp. Well, Edie says, I have many friends and family in the area. I worry about air quality long-term as well as home loss. Right. Yes, exactly. Exactly. And I mean, when you watch the news, you see, oh yeah, all of these celebrities have lost their homes, right? I mean, check out all of these celebrities, Paris Hilton, Jeff Bridges, like Jamie Lee Curtis, all these things like that. Sure. And yes, and I'm not taking anything away from what they may be going through as well. And there are a lot of normal people who are, you know, from all walks of life that live in this area that is affected by this fire. So that's really who we're looking to support today, is the normal people who just lost everything and they need some help right now. And really what we are doing here as part of this health and wellness community is really showing up to support one another in leading a healthy lifestyle and really knowing that we all have each other's back, right? So to me, holding this fundraiser really is just our way of showing up for our community beyond our community. And my understanding of what this organization, Direct Relief, does is that they bring supplies for people who really need them. So they're bringing people medicine that they don't have to pay for. They're bringing people baby formula and first aid kits, and they're bringing people all of these very immediately necessary supplies to people who are affected. And they're based really close by in Santa Barbara. So they actually, you know, been driving in with pallets of supplies to support people. So that's why we chose this organization. We intentionally tried to choose an organization where it would do the most good with the least going to, you know, infrastructure and lobbying. So we did our best with that. Alyssa says there are so many long-term effects. The rent's going up, lost businesses, lost jobs. Absolutely. Yeah. Lisa B lives down in that area too. Lisa B says, next time I go up PCH, it's going to be so sad seeing the houses no longer on the ocean. Totally. Yes. Exactly. So, and I mean, on some level, fire is our friend, right? It cooks our food and gives us light, gives us warmth. And I'm not going to go deeply into the causes of the fire or anything like that. But when it rages out of control the way that it has, it can be also really devastating. And that is what we're looking at right now. So my understanding is that there are several fires here going on, several. One is the Palisades fire. So as of yesterday, 7 p.m. yesterday, it burned 23,713 acres, and it is still, as of 7 p.m. last night, 49% contained. That is 3,800 structures burned. Wow. Also, the Eaton fire is 73% contained now as of 7 p.m. last night, 14,000 acres. Almost 9,000 structures destroyed. Wow. And there's also the Lydia fire and the Hearst fire, both of them. Those are now more contained, but also have significant damage. So wow, just wow. Lisa B says Habitat for Humanity is going to help rebuild houses for underinsured people who paid their mortgage and no longer have insurance. That is awesome. That's awesome to hear. I mean, I know how hard it is to get homeowners insurance in California. It's not easy at all. Yeah. Carly is here in the house. Nice. Carly says devastating. Thank you for being here, Carly. So I just, Debbie is here. Welcome, Debbie. I'm sure Debbie has people that are affected by this fire as well. Debbie says they've made such good progress containing and extinguishing these fires. Yes, yes. Thank you for bringing that up. And I just have to say, this whole situation has been, for me, at one side, it's like tragic and my heart goes out to these people. And on the other side, just seeing all of the people showing up in loving support has been absolutely amazing. I mean, there are firefighters that have been coming from many, many states. My understanding is that there's firefighters that have been coming to California from Oregon, Washington, Nevada, Arizona, Idaho, Utah, probably more than that. And at the same time, there's firefighters coming from other countries, including Australia, Canada, New Zealand, Mexico, Chile, France, Greece, Portugal, Italy, and Spain. They all are sending firefighters to help us to fight these fires. Wow. I mean, wow. To me, that just makes my heart smile to hear that. And it's like, even if the governments might have issues with one another, people are still people, and people care about each other and show up for one another, even whatever the noise on the television might be saying, you know? So it brings tears to my eyes to think about that. And I'm just really grateful to feel the hearts of all these people from all over the world showing up in support. It's amazing. Sharon Burns says, ultimately, people are good. I feel the same. I do. Carly says, bittersweet. Yes, the rebuild will come from this and bring so much community unity. Yes, 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 yes. Trainer Kathy says, I have friends whose husbands from here in Washington, and they're there helping. Wow. Debbie says, Canada has been clutch with their water dropping planes. Nice. That's awesome. Lisa B says, insurance is going to be hard. We just purchased our home and they could only find insurance for us in another state. Wow. Alyssa says, hopefully rebuilds will be constructed in a more fire resistant fashion, right? Yeah, I hear you on that for sure. Yeah, so I want to just bring up the URL once again. And if you would like to contribute to our efforts here, we would love to have you be a part of that. It is thenextfitnessthing.com/LA Fire Relief. And again, it goes straight to the organization Direct Relief, who are helping people on the ground, the people who really need it. Nice. So we're about at the halfway point of this class, maybe a little bit more. So if you are outside walking and you want to turn around, please go ahead, turn around, do your thing. Nice. Kathy put the link in the chat. Thank you. And if you are on YouTube, we'll make sure that that goes in the show notes at the end as well. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I've been loving seeing all of the stories of the pets and the lost pets. And just, I mean, there's so many people that were separated from their pets as they were evacuating, and there's all these stories of people being reunited with them. And I mean, I was like seeing all people posting saying, I have a shut down animal hospital. If you need a place to put pets, bring them. I was like, wow, okay. So, yeah. There's even a team of Navajo Nation firefighters that went to LA to help with the wildfires as well. So, all kinds of nations, all kinds of people showing up as humans together in support. It's amazing. So I'm curious for you. I would love to hear. So I mean, the place that I go when I'm picturing this is like, okay, if this happened to me, like, what would I do? Right. And I have to say, I know TikTok went away today, but that is part of what I was watching to see what people were going through as part of this. And I mean, you're seeing people just posting like, fire in the hill, we gotta go. And you don't have very much time. If you had like, I don't know, 2 minutes, everyone, let's say everyone's safe in your car and you're about to go, and you have 2 minutes to just grab something on the way out the door, what are you getting out of your house? What's like, you get one box or one bag. What are you grabbing out of your house if you had to go? Edie says photos and passport, right? I'm like, I'm grabbing the Bitcoin. That's what I'm grabbing. Carly says the story about the sheep on the hill found in a teeny unburned corn had me in tears this morning. The mama was so happy to find them safe. Oh, that's sweet. That's a great story. Lisa B says Pasadena Humane Society has been great with helping with pets. Yeah. Carol says the link is taking me to the class join and not to donate. All right, let me see about that myself. I think it looks like so far there's $30 donated. Yay! All right, I'm putting it in the chat again. I can see it here. I can share it on my page too, so you can see what it looks like. This is what it is meant to look like if you go to the page. It has, this is the donate button right here. And then if you scroll down, this is the join the class. So this is the class join right here. But if you're here, this is the image for joining the class. I mean, for making the donation, and then you can click donate now. And it takes you to the donation page on GoFundMe. And it's set up to go directly to Direct Relief. We never touch it, just so you know. Maribel says you need to be on web to donate, not mobile. Oh, okay. Got it. Okay. That's good to know. Good to know. Debbie says we had a fire break out close enough to us that we thought about it and wrote up a prioritized evacuation list should we have needed to evacuate, which we didn't. I'm glad you didn't have to evacuate. I know my mom, I was like messaging as soon as that fire broke out. I was like, okay, if you guys have to go, what do you guys need? And it was like this medicine, this whatever, what you know, this oxygen, like all of that kind of stuff. You need all these medical supplies, right? And so I know, for example, like my family was like 4 exits on the freeway away from what the evacuation line was, but I know my mom stayed up all night one night just putting all the stuff right by the front door ready to go. Okay, if we have to go, this is what we need to bring right here, you know. Whew. Lisa B says makes me think about getting my ready set go bag. I do think that's a good idea. I live in a super wildfire prone area, and I do have I have a storage building outside, and right next to the door in the storage building is what I would put in the car if there was a fire coming, so that way it's right there and it's ready, so that way I know that I can just, and if there's a fire in the neighborhood, what they recommend is that you pack your car and you just leave your car already packed. You leave the keys in the ignition. That's going to depend on what neighborhood you're in, if that's actually, and putting things in the car is probably also dependent on what neighborhood you're in, if that's an appropriate idea. But to turn your car face out in your driveway, have it already packed full of stuff, keys in the ignition. So that's, at least in my neighborhood, that's what they're telling us. They're also telling us that we need 100 feet of defensible space away from our house. So you're supposed to cut all of the trees down and all the bushes, everything within 100 feet of your house, all the way around, so that you can defend your house from the fire, so the firefighters can. And they also suggest that if you have to leave in the case of the fire, that you turn all the lights on in your house so that it's easier to see your house, so that way in the smoke they can see that your house is there. And to also leave, if you can, leave barrels of water all around your property, so that in case that they can't get to the well or to the municipal water, that there's other water that's going on. Wow. Carly says such great tips. Yeah, totally. And I mean, I understand if you live in an HOA or you live in a suburban neighborhood or something, you're probably not cutting all the trees down within 100 feet of your house. Your neighbor's house is probably within 100 feet of your house, right? Yeah, one thing I did see, I can't attest to this working or not, but that I was watching people do online was throwing their valuables into their pool. So if you were lucky enough to have a pool,
Yeah.
I was seeing people throwing their valuables into the pool so that they would be able to recover that after the fire. Wow. All right. We have about 2 minutes left in this class right now. So if there's anything else that you would like to share, I would love for you to have the opportunity to do so. Please put that anything in the chat. What are your wishes for those who are affected by these fires? What are your wishes? Send out your best wishes for these people right now. Kathy said, I saw a list of someone created a list of items to upload to the cloud. Yes, I agree with that. I think that's a really good idea. Uploading your data to the cloud so that you won't lose anything like that. Your photos, make sure you have a backup that's digital, that's in the cloud, so you don't lose all of that. Carol's wish is stay safe. Beautiful. For me, my wish for those affected by these fires is just to feel that you're supported and that you're held and that you're provided for, and to know that it's going to be okay, and to really be able to grow through this experience, and to feel that you have a community around you that is supporting you and that cares about you and that's here to help. That's really what I want for these people. All right, Debbie says, thanks for doing this. Carly says, I'm praying for them to dream and find anything they can to start fresh with a good perspective. Beautiful. Yes, yes, yes. Daniela says, sending lots of loves and prayers and positive thoughts. Yeah. And Lisa B says, agree. Beautiful. All right, that brings us to the end of this event. I just want to say a huge thank you. Just your energy of showing up to this today, showing that you care, showing that this is something that you want to care and support is really means something. Whether or not you donate money, it's not really what it's all about. The fact that you're here in a loving way, showing up for your own health, showing up to be of support to others, that is huge. And it means a lot. Thank you for being here. Again, I'm going to put the donate image up one more time. If it's possible, I encourage you to go to thenextfitnessthing.com/LA Fire Relief. You can even give $1. There's no minimum. You're welcome to put in any number you want. And thank you. Thank you. Now, This is going out from the next fitness thing. We have classes 7 days a week. We have more classes coming up this afternoon. We've got a lot going on, and we do have community events at least once a month. So I hope to see you again really soon. Take good care. Hug all your loved ones. Be grateful for what you have. Have a wonderful day. All right. I love you, team. Thank you so much for being here.